Hey everyone, this is the video about my Mavic Pro crash and the struggles I had to retrieve it. There was still daylight, it was around 5 p.m. or so. I've been getting a couple of disconnects, I don't know why, even though I was at what, around 500 meters, 600 meters. So this is when the real trouble started. The app on my cell phone just crashed, and I don't know why, but when I clicked the icon again to get in the app again, it asked me to go through the whole configuration process where I had to press next and insert the aircraft name, etc. It was a real mess. I just keep pressing next, next, next. So my goal was to get in the app as fast as I could, so I could get an image. And the aircraft kept disconnecting all the time. I don't know why. I was flying it pretty high. I was in line of sight. There were no obstacles, and it kept disconnecting. And the weird part is right after this disconnect, see where I pressed sport mode, the speed, the horizontal speed, I couldn't get over around 8 kilometers an hour, and the battery was going pretty low, and I don't know why I couldn't go any fast, even in sport mode. I thought it would be the wind, then I lowered the aircraft a little bit, but there was no wind in this day. It was completely still, and yet my horizontal speed couldn't get over 6, 7, 8 kilometers an hour. I thought, well, I will not be able to get home, so I'll try to land it near the rocks on the water, on that clear part, because that's public space. But the aircraft was flying pretty straight. I couldn't control it fast enough. I don't know why. And all of a sudden, when the battery reached 10%, it went critically low, and the aircraft decided it was time to land right there. The You'll see. The biggest problem is this area is a military property, which is bad. Well, right now I lost all connection to the aircraft. I couldn't control it. I had no image, I had nothing. The last image I had was when it was flying over the property. The weird part is when it was about to land, when it was higher, like 20 seconds ago, I had a message on my screen saying that the position, the landings where it was about to land wasn't suitable for landing, and right now I didn't know what the aircraft was doing. The weird part is that it starts drifting back. I don't know why. Maybe it was searching for a more suitable place to land. Right now is where it could have gone really wrong because there's this big dip, like 2 or 3 meters high, right there, and the aircraft kept flying backwards. I don't know. By now, it should have around 5% battery or 4% battery. It's my guess. I was really scared by now because at this time I was like running back to the last position, but I was like 600 meters away. I knew I would never get back in time. I knew it, and it was making me mad not be able to control the situation. But the aircraft kept drifting back. I don't know. Now it's flying over the rooftop. I'll show you in a second. And this is where I got lucky. It drifted back to fly over the roof. I know I should have around 2% battery, like 1% battery at the moment. and all of a sudden, as you will be able to see in the footage, it just fell like a rock. Now I'm gonna show you where it landed. This is the 3D image I got from Google Maps, and the aircraft landed here, which was quite fortunate for me. My biggest problem was, how the hell am I gonna get the aircraft? Remember, by now I didn't know where the aircraft was, because the last image I had was when it was descending, but it was still pretty high. I was guessing it would be flying over the trees or so, but I didn't know exactly where. I didn't know the condition the aircraft would be. I didn't know anything. Now, I really wanted to get the aircraft back this day. I thought about jumping the main gate where there's access through the road. I also thought about jumping the fence near the parking lot close to the road as well, but it was too high. But then when I was near the main gate on the access to the property, I noticed there was a beware of the dog warning, so I thought I shouldn't jump in there. I didn't want to get bit, so I decided to make some phone calls. Since this was a military property, I reached the military and asked them if they could give me a contact or of someone who could go inside so I could try and search for the drone. But it was told to me that only on Monday it would be possible. Remember, this was Friday, and I didn't want for my drone to be lost in the wild the whole weekend. I was afraid it could have rained. Many things could have happened. One thing was for sure, on this day there was nothing I could do. I didn't see anyone in there. I didn't know what to do. One thing was told to me though. They advised me to wait till the next day, Saturday morning, and go to the main gate and see if I would see someone in there and call and ask if I could search for the aircraft. And so I did, and indeed there was someone I could call, and they let me in and search for the drone. Initially, I searched the whole tree area, uh, and then I decided to take a look in the roof, and there it was. And the good news is that there wasn't even the slightest scratch on the drone. It was mint condition, which was awesome news for me. So I got it back. I placed a new battery in it, and I decided to take a 2 or 3 minute flight to see if everything was working fine. Everything was. And I thought this would give a great story and a big lesson to be learned. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any idea why the aircraft couldn't fly any faster, even in sport mode, please leave it in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel.